Hello, everyone. I have had quite a bit of a response to the post about my AI content dashboard and creator yesterday. So what I wanted to do today is quickly run through how I view a dashboard for a business or an agency of the future. One that is AI native, one that is using the tools that it can to make its business most effective, most efficient, and how we can bring that into a single source of data, a single source of truth to benefit the entirety of our business. So what I've got here is my, let me just make sure that I've put my anonymizer on. I have my own Move at Pace hub. Now, what I just want to be mindful of first and foremost is that this is anonymized. I show this to my clients every single day. So what I have built in here in this little section is an anonymizer. That means that all of the information you see in here, all of the figures, all of the clients, they're all fictional, because if I switch that back on, then it's my own. Right now, for the purpose of demoing, this is what it looks like. So this is just my dashboard. And what I have done in my dashboard is this is where I have my focus first and foremost. So what happens here is that there are a sequence of high intent signals that allow the system to pull up my next lead, my next area of focus, and then it allows for me to then follow up on it. So in this one, it would be a warm DM to this fictional character based on what I've been seeing about them, and it all is backed by the knowledge that has been extracted from my LinkedIn, from the posts, what it's looked at, had a little look at its website, what we need to do there. There are another 14 drafts in there that I should be reviewing in this demo account, and this probably means that I have 14 that I need to follow on. But this just means that when I go into this demo dashboard or my own dashboard, that I am then focused on what has to happen next, because 90% of your activity in business should be focused on the things that make you money. Unfortunately, we always focus on the things that are, busy work rather than functional or strategic work. So for me, it's leads. I should be focused on getting more leads into the business, more activity, more sales. For the majority of people watching this, I guarantee that's the same. Then what I've done down here, and it doesn't work because it's in my demo account, these are the signals. Have people liked my posts? Have they connected with me on LinkedIn? Or have they responded to an email? Those are signals that show intent or buying intent, and they should be focused in here. In my current pipeline, there's around about 27 live prospects, all of which I've replied to 63 different people. I've one call booked this week, and let me just see what the other things are there. I can't see because it's fine. 2 proposals that are sent and 3 that are viewed. So there's 5 proposals outstanding. What this means is that this is a snapshot of the status of my business. And I want you to think about your business. What would make sense for you to see at a fingertip or at a moment's notice that would benefit you and your process? That's what should go into your today activity. Now, this is all pie in the sky data, so I'm happy to show it. All these properties are not really, property businesses are not related to my business. But if I look at that, this is the pipeline. And what I did here is I scraped Apollo for 1,860 agency owners in the UK and Ireland that would populate my database, and that is the outreach that I will be focused on, the sales and activities and marketing activities that I'll be focused on over the next 90 days. There are currently 90 prospects and conversations that I'm having at this minute, and those are going to essentially funnel down into my sales pipeline over time. The deals that are out there, again, not real, but these are the leads, the stages of my sales pipeline. And it's important to note that I have a 2-way sync here between Attio and my hub. So this is pulling in the information from Attio. It's showing exactly where those people are in my sales pipeline and what activity has happened. And that also gets tracked from the dashboard that I've shown a second ago. Then the revenue. Now, I am a big nerd when it comes to systems and processes. I have set myself targets. The first target is 85% achieved, or the 78% achieved currently. And that is a monthly recurring revenue target before I put any projects into the mix. I am a good way along that journey to achieve that. I have another little strategy that will happen once I've achieved that to hit the next target. But for the purpose of this, it shows all of my activities, my renewals, what's happening in the business, where things are, what the value is against that per month, when the renewal is, and what the health of that relationship looks like at the minute. Again, think about your customers, whether it's project, whether it is recurring revenue. What is the status of that business to your business, and what actions need to happen when those situations change? Analytics, as you can see here, this particular data for moveatpace.com, which is actually true, is showing the visitor trends to my website first and foremost. And this is linked to PostHog, eu.posthog.com, where you can see the real data. You can create funnels, conversion rate optimization, all of those good things that will help you to maximize the people who come to your site and turn those into conversions, whether that's leads for sales or to your newsletter list as a B2B. What happened here is that I de-indexed an article that was contributing to about 70% of the traffic to my site. The reason I did that was it was an article that was not adding any value to my ideal client persona. It was bringing lots of traffic of people who were not relevant to my services or were not going to be people who would eventually buy from my business. And so what I did is I took that away, and I have seen that dip coming through. So that hasn't been unexpected. What you see over here is the increase. The purpose for this video was the number of people who were on LinkedIn who were heading over to Move at Pace to find my AI prompt for the content plan. And why I've done that and why I'm doing this video is because that has proven to be quite popular. But this is all done through PostHog, which is most important for me to share, because PostHog for the analytics is brilliant. It's as good as Google Analytics 4, but I find it better because I can start to see the funnels, and I can use Claude and the MCP, or the API key actually, from PostHog to create actual funnels within my personal account on PostHog. Now, I have a little content plan. This is what my weekly content plan looks like. And if you follow me online, you'll see that I post frequently. This is what it looks like on my dashboard. But what's important here, this isn't working because this is the demo account, but if it wasn't the demo account, it would show my next posts to post on socials. But the purpose of this video and the prompt that I shared yesterday that did quite well on LinkedIn and on Instagram was my content AI plan. Now, I am going to let you into a little secret. All of the content that I have built over the last 90 days for the next 90 days and for my 90-day content sprint didn't live in this plan. It lived in another system called my Move at Pace engine. And so the next batch of content that you see comes from the engine. But the brains behind the engine are the brains that actually determine the content AI, the prompt that I shared yesterday. And what I did, and I want to explain this. So again, I used Apify. And what I did was I went to Instagram and I scraped 26 competitors' reels. So it turns out to be over 1,949 individual reels from Instagram of key competitors, key people of influence on Instagram in my area or in general business area. So you can imagine there's a few people in there that you will know. And what it did was it took the transcript, or the description, the little caption from it. It took the video, the reel, it downloaded it, it sent the reel to assembly.ai, and from that, it then transcribed that audio, and it became this huge database of reels, of hooks, of data analysis to determine what was working and what was not working. And what it did was it gave me a number of angles, a number of frameworks to base my content on. Now, as I would be the first to tell you, every word that comes from my content, every word that is spoken by me are my words. Over the last 7 months, I have been using my transcription app, which is called Claude, which is a little device for in-person meetings. I have been using Google Meet for all of the meetings that I have online, and I've been transcribing every single element of content that I have ever created. And what I do with that is that I extract my frameworks, I extract my stories, and I utilize the tone of voice, the words that I say, the intent of the meaning of the words that I say. And that is all distilled into a folder on my computer as MD files within a para folder. And that means that AI, that Claude, that this system can then extract the frameworks from the reels that it has gone and looked at, and I can then re-input my words, my voice, really, really simply, and it becomes the body, the engine of all of my social content. If you're not transcribing everything, if you're not recording everything at this time, one day you're going to want to, and you will wish you'd started right this second. But what I'll do then is I will then just hit the run now. That's started. It's working away with Claude Code in the background on my machine, and it has created 2 ideas for the posts. So let me go down here, the real angle, the 3 stages of owner dependency, and I've never met an owner who correctly diagnosed which one they're in. That sounds like me because it is me. I sold my agency for 7 figures. Then spent 3 months not knowing who I was. Nobody tells you that part about exit. Yeah, that's pretty much a conversation that I have had many times with founders, and I continue to say my words used in the content. Now, what then happens is I will then go to this hook and script. And as I mentioned, it has extracted the hooks, the frameworks for all of those scripts that were in the bank, of which there are 273. Then it uses the published, no, this is actually, apologies, this one's going back to my 273 frameworks from my engine that it's already used in there. This then creates the angles and the scripts for the posts that are yet to be created. So let me just run that now, and it will go through and it will create the posts for those scripts earlier on. As you can see here, it must run through my skill, which is my voice, Connor's voice skill. That is everything that I say. It also removes all the AI indicators, just in case the M dashes or the chaos words and all those overused phrases do creep into the content. It must then also meet my rules. I speak very informally. I try to have a genuine tone of voice because what I say are my words. They are my stories, my frameworks, as I mentioned. This must meet that. It must never create something that is not true to the frameworks and the stories that are ingested into the system. Now that's done, if I scroll on down, it will give me the scripts. Now, these are ones that were created earlier. I'm sure it's on down here, the folder that added 6 figures. So it's created these scripts. Let me just have a look at them here now. Okay, picture this, a buyer sits across from you and asks, what does this business look like the day you walk out? Okay, that is not AI sounding because those words are words that you will use, that I use. And it's given me this script. And what I then do is I approve that, and then it will go to my next planner here, and it will start to help me schedule these posts. Now, I have a completely different system that this links to, but you can then build this out locally on your own machine in a little locally hosted website, and that will become the basis of your own planner. It's just a little calendar, that's all. Then what I normally do is I copy and paste that script into my teleprompter, into my Apple Notes, so that I can read it, learn it, and then record it for my content. And after this, I use my analyst agent. This agent will now track, it's only the last couple of days, pardon me, tracking my posts, of which there are 5 since then. It lets me see what is working because there's no point me posting content for the sake of it. What I want to do is ensure that the posts that I now post are getting iteratively better, that they are evolving, that they are using the principles of Kaizen, they're continuously improving. And if I can do that, I should be able to broaden the reach, support more founders doing what they're trying to do, and speak more directly to those people. That is the intent of all of this. And finally, the DM manager. Now, if you've ever received a DM from me, you will realize that it is personalized to you. The one thing that I never do is automate the outreach. But what I do want to do is to log that activity as part of my sales process. I want to ensure that the messages that I send are true to you, true to me, but also add value on both sides. And yet, I still get ghosted. I still get people who just ignore me entirely. And I think that I'm adding value with every message that I send. But what I want to do here is to add that into my sales pipeline. I will then ensure that when we do this and we run that DM manager, it goes via the unipile.com API, goes to my Instagram, goes to my LinkedIn, checks what is happening over there, and then it will ingest that information into this system. This again helps to make it a better system to learn. And what I've done here then is in this framework is I've looked at the top posts in my niche. These are, I don't know, Chris, Luke, or Cormac. I imagine they do great things. My goal and plan for the next couple of weeks is to go and review these other not creators, because they're business people, successful business people, to understand what they're doing and how I can bring some of that knowledge into my own frameworks and to share that as well. But it gives you all of this data. Then all of these seed angles can be utilized as part of my process. And again, it's just making sure we take the thinking out of your activity every day. There's nothing worse sitting down with a blank sheet, being completely blinded with so much opportunity and not knowing what to do. This completely eliminates that process. And now, as I've shown earlier, my approval queue, what I'm working on, the reel angles, the actual scripts that have been completed. And if I go down right to the very, very bottom, what you'll see here is the process. This is what's happened. Sorry, this is down here, the recent runs. What has happened? I work very fast. I work at pace. And I have about 10 things going on at any one time. This just gives me the traceability, the trackability, the accountability to myself to make sure that I go in here and see what is happening so that I can dip in at any point and know exactly where I left off before. After that, we have skills. I'm going to skip strategy because that strategy in agents isn't working yet. But the skills index, again, I have all of these skills on my machine locally. Produce content, Connor's voice, my authentic voice, the process of podcasts, process meetings, extract all that information, create a quote, Google Search Console review for SEO, YouTube audit, because I like to see what is working for other people. The front end design skill that I've created goes into the UX psychology, competitive analysis, page patterns, all of these things to ensure that any website that I create does not look like slop. Okay. And then I have a sort inbox. I use the para method of files and folder structure. I actually don't know what para stands for, but some gentleman created this. I now automate this through AI. And the whole purpose of that is that I can throw in all of the files are on my desktop. They then go into this inbox within the para folder. I use this skill. It will sort everything. It saves me hours and hours every single week. And then the other parts here that I'm focused on are my other skills that I'm building out as over the next couple of days. Hopefully that gives you some indication, some understanding of how you can use AI on your local machine or on your server to build a system that works for you. There are so many tools connected to this one system. The only thing I have to do in the morning is log into my local host, to my Move at Pace hub, to see exactly what I need to do next. If I wanted to take this a step further, I could link this to my Google account so that I can set drafts to communicate with people for the podcast guesting or to message leads, for example. All of that's completely doable. It doesn't mean that I'm automating things away. It just means that I'm doing the tasks that are repetitive and making sure that they are automated. The result of all of this is that I am working at a very high capacity level. The amount of work that is output because of systems like this, because of tools like this, is far greater than it would have been for me a year ago, just a year ago. And I am 100% sure that with this evolving over time, that I'll be able to make £1 million annual revenue solo business. I do not see that being a challenge. The challenge for me and the challenge for you is always that the speed of which AI is moving is incredibly fast. And the cognitive load that I will talk about a lot of working at that incredibly fast pace while trying to keep up, while trying to look after your clients can be significant. And because of that, what I would say is that the majority of you don't need to learn all the tools. Invest in your business where it makes sense. You do and should need to learn Claude Code. You should be able to work within Cowork. I don't mind that you're not using Terminal, but if you can use that and you can run systems locally on your machine, you can maximize your own productivity and output very, very cheaply. And as I've shown you here on my own system, incredibly structured so that it will support your goals. Look, please feel free to drop me a message. If you have any questions about how any of this works, let me know. I'd be delighted to answer them. And if you know anybody who would benefit from this content, please share my details.